Hello my friends, it's Mary with the Painted Peach here. Welcome back, or if you're new, welcome. I hope you'll subscribe. Today we are in a playlist collaboration with Take 5 for Mix It Up with Mixed Media, and it is hosted by myself, the Painted Peach, my friend Christy, Funky Junk Inspiration, and Jeannie's Palette. So today is my favorite theme. I love doing mixed media, and I have just a bunch of different things that I grabbed up just in case I want to use them. The first thing is this folder, and I'm just going to cut it down, and this is going to become our surface. I'm going to glue all these together and make a thicker piece. That way we could use it in a frame, or we could use it in a journal, whatever we want. This is a great way to relieve stress, get creative, and just see where it takes you. Even if you end up throwing it in the garbage, it's a great release, and I really, really love doing it. So I'm just taking some Mod Podge and gluing all these together. You could use any glue that you want, but it's quick and easy, so that's what I went with today. And I'm just gluing them in between each other. I cut them all to the same size, and now we have our surface. I have a printable I found that was perfect for what I wanted to go with. It says Salt and Light, so that's going to be the basis of our project. But first I need to paint with some white, so I'm using white chalk paint for the background. I'm not worried about complete coverage because we're going to cover all of this. The paint is just in case things are seen in between. I'm tearing up some music paper, and from this point on, I'm just going with the flow. No rhyme or reason, just figuring it out as I go. And that's what mixed media is all about. So, some of you may not know what salt and light is, so I'm going to let you know today. Salt and light is a biblical metaphor used by Jesus in the Sermon on the Mount. It appears in Matthew 5:3-6. So what does it mean? For salt, it means that Christians should add flavor and goodness to the world and prevent bad things from happening. Light means Christians should show others how to live good and honest lives and illuminate the way for others. But why is salt and light important, you may ask? Jesus used these metaphors to describe the impact Christians should have in the world. He wanted his followers to be a positive influence, improving their communities and showing others kindness and love. How do you apply salt and light to your life? Do you feed the hungry, give shelter to the homeless? Do you fight oppression? Do you show how to live good and honest lives? Are you intentional, strategic in reaching out to people who need salt and light? Ask yourself how you can add value to others today, and you will be the salt and light. So I hope that you understand it a little better now, and that this project may come to life for you as well. Right now I'm just tearing up some yellow scrapbook paper and gluing that down. You'll notice whenever I glue under and over. This will help the paper stay really well, and you'll have a nice solid surface in the end. So the yellow is going to be a part of my light, and then you'll see me start painting at the bottom. I'm just doing a base coat of white of where I believe I'm going to paint. And today I'm going to paint a childlike version of a lighthouse. None of this is going to be any kind of a masterpiece, but it is just for fun, and if you wanted to paint it as a masterpiece, you could, of course. So I'm just going with the flow and doing just some fun scribbles and different things today. Let me know in the comments how you apply salt and light in your life. I would really love to know. All right, I'm using blue for the ocean. So the ocean is going to be a metaphor for my salt. And then I'm doing a lighthouse, which will be the metaphor for my light. With mixed media, you can use all kinds of different things. You can use fabrics, paper, wood, paint, markers, pens, anything that you can think of, buttons, all kinds of stuff, just to create whatever comes from your heart. I love to watch my friend Melanie over at Painting Crafty. She's very good at mixed media, and I love watching her. I do believe she'll be in this playlist today, so check her out. Also, one of my host partners today, Christy with Funky Junk Inspiration, is absolutely amazing with mixed media, and her backgrounds are always the best. So check her out in the playlist also. The playlist is in my description, and again, today is with Take 5, hosted by myself, Jeannie's Palette, and Funky Junk Inspiration. We do these playlists every Friday. If you are creative and would like to join the playlist, reach out to one of us. And if you're not, make sure you just check us out every Friday for a new theme. All right, so I'm piecing on some things. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. It's all about how it's filling, and I'm getting out a stamp. I'm going to use some, these stamps were extremely hard to get off, you guys. I struggled. They were Dollar Tree stamps, and they were stuck. But I'm just taking a stamp and putting some stamps here and there. That one was some words. I decided to put some blue with it as well. And then I get out a different stamp and add a little bit more. So stamping is also a part of mixed media. I think that you should use permanent ink when you're doing it, but I did use Distress Oxide, and that's fine with me. All right, now I'm getting out my little white pen here. I cannot for the life of me remember what this is called, but my friend Melanie can tell you because that's where I found it. And I'm just outlining things. Scribbling is really what I'm doing. It makes it fun and whimsical. I do end up going back over this and redoing it because I feel like my words were not standing out enough, so you'll see that in a bit. I'm now going to just sketch out a little lighthouse and work on that as well. Pretty much just, childlike drawing, nothing special. Going in with my pen. I do end up going back over this again. It's just whatever you're feeling. So while I continue to create, I'm going to read you Matthew 5:3-6. He said, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled." This really resonates with me. Recently, I lost my father and my brother. It's been a really rough time, so I've engulfed myself into the Bible. I'm actually reading the Bible for the first time in my life. We have a group over on Facebook. It is called Creatives for Christ, Journaling His Promises. And if you'd like to join that, I'll put the link in my description as well. It is a wonderful community and nothing but salt and light. So I hope you'll join us over there. Let your light shine and shine before others. So salt and light says, "You are the salt of the earth, but if the salt loses its saltiness, how can it be made salty again? It is no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and trampled underfoot. You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand and gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." I hope that this maybe touched somebody today and you'll come over and join us. All right, I'm trimming off the edges of this, and I punched a little hole. I was going to show you guys that you could do a few different things. You can punch a hole here. You can get you some fabrics out, make you a little tassel to hang from it. And then I show you the way I end up doing it. I just add myself a little button up there. But I'm not the best tassel maker. This would be cute if you had like the little jewelry ring and all that you could hang it from. I was just showing how to tie it here. Truthfully, you could be done with it all together right now, but it's up to you how you decide to do your mixed media project. Here I'm just darkening up those edges with my Distress Oxide to give it a little bit more of that grungy look. And this is when I decide that I no longer want this ribbon. Here is one option, a red button with a little clip, and you could like add this on to a frame of some sort. I decide not to do this because I want to add mine to my junk journal. I knew in my little bottle of buttons, I had a button that has an anchor on it. So I didn't want it to be gold, so I got some white paint out and I painted it white, and then I added a little bit of that Distress Oxide in the turquoise. I played around with it, tried to do some red on there, didn't like it. So in the end, it ended up being white and turquoise, and then I added a little bit of the vintage photo so that the anchor could stand out more. Be careful when doing this with your buttons if they're metal. I touched mine and about flipped out because I forgot it was metal and almost burnt myself. So that's why you see me holding it with that cheesecloth here. Anyways, I end up wiping that off, go back in with the blue, and here's where I add the vintage photo, and I'm going to add it to the back of that. I just hot glue it, and I end up taking this little clip off because I don't want that on there. You could add a red button like before. I think it would have stood out a little bit more, but I liked the anchor, so I went with it. And I could have painted it red too. Okay, friends, here is the final reveal. I love how it turned out. It really was helpful to get some stress and grief out. And I hope that you enjoyed the salt and light lesson today. If you would, go over and look in my description, check out the playlist, check out the hosts, and subscribe to all of their pages. They are amazing creatives and amazing friends. Until next time, stay peachy.